Start the stream. Hurry up. I don't have enough time for this pause. Why won't it start? I am waiting. Start it. Is it working? Okay, finally. Alright. Guys, I'm gonna show you I could trick you. Look, I'm gonna trick you guys, actually. So look, listen, guys. I am going to trick you. You know how? Okay, what ship is this? You can't... Oh, yeah? Well, what ship is this, then? If you're smart, then what ship is this, then? What ship is this? That... I think you just lost... Guys, hold on. Hold on. Guys, continue your guesses of what this ship is. Well, just to let you know, this is not the Titanic. I know that's utter bullcrap, but no, this is not the Titanic. This is not the Titanic, guys. I told you I would trick you, guys! I told you I would trick you! It's Google generated, bro. Well, there's a thing that this ship... Look, what you're looking at is the actual Titanic. Now, that's the Titanic, guys. I'm ending the stream. Goodbye. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Look, that is the Titanic. This ship is the Titanic's older sister, the Olympic. Do you guys see the theory playing now? What I mean by that is the Titanic Olympic switch theory. I know the differences between the Olympic and the Titanic. And somebody said it was Google generated. Dude, this is an actual ship. This is the actual RMS Olympic. Yo, no. Oh my god, no. I'm gonna pray. You know, look, this is an actual ship, guys. It would be the same for the Titanic too. What you're looking at is Olympic. What you're looking at is Titanic. Can you see the differences between Titanic and Olympic? Let's see if you guys could spot the difference between Titanic and Olympic. Let's go see if you guys could spot differences between Titanic and Olympic. Hold on. Alright, guys. Let's see if you guys could spot the differences between the Titanic and the Olympic. You gotta pay close. The one looks a little bigger. Or they're actually both the same size. They're both the same size. Well, their gross tonnage. Well, one of their gross tonnage is larger than the other, so that classifies them bigger than the other. Which is, I'm talking about the Titanic. The Titanic, it has a little bit more gross tonnage than the Olympic, making her larger than the Olympic, despite them being both the same size. So, can you guys tell the difference between the Olympic and the Titanic? Just try to guess the difference. I know one of you guys said about the size, but they're both literally the same size. One of them has yellow. Well, to be honest, this was taken in black and white, and this is just edited. I tried to find a perfect... You know what? Fine. Let me go. Dude, it's not the color. It's obviously not about the color. Please. I am begging you. No call. Please. Okay. Look, there you go. Much better? Alright. Just to let you know, they're both on the same color. Even though this one might be looking a little bit darker than this one, they're both the same color, actually. So, what is the difference between the Olympic and the Titanic? I am going to... So you're saying that if I use Google, everything is not real? So you're saying that if I use Google, everything is not real? So you're saying that this is not real? So you're saying that that's not real? What's next? What's next? What's next? Is this not real? Is this not real? Bro, some are real and some are not. This is an actual ship. You're not being smart right now. Sorry for me to say that. Dude, these two ships are real. Both of them are real. So, like I was saying, what is the differences? Just find the differences between the Titanic and the Olympic. Oh, and you're saying that the Olympic is not real? Is there such thing as footage of the Olympic? There is such thing as footage of the Olympic. There is footage of the Olympic. I actually have proof. But I'm too lazy right now. What is there? Which one is there? They're both real. Both of them are real. You know what's going to be harder to explain? Is that the Titanic only has one footage. One simple footage. Just to let you know, guys, Titanic only has one footage taken. No joke, only one. Did bro really just say... Did bro really mention that? Dude, why would you mention... Dude, it's not about Zeppelins right now. It's about freaking boats. Okay. So. Like I was saying. What is the difference between Titanic and Olympic? There is a very obvious difference. You just gotta look closer to one another. Find the goddamn difference between the Olympic and the Titanic. It is very obvious, actually. Okay, people are not saying anything, so I'm just gonna say it then. The stem that's pointing up? What stem? Are you talking about the masts? They're both masts. One didn't? Okay. No, that is... I'm talking about the build difference! Not the story difference, the build difference! You know what? I'm just going to show it to you guys. What you're looking at is the promenade deck. This has closed promenade deck. This has open promenade deck. Now do you see the difference? Titanic has a little cafe right here. Olympic doesn't have a cafe right there, so it's extended. Open promenade deck. Closed almost halfway. That's the difference. They have different years. They were both built in the same... Okay. Well, to be honest, the Olympic did launch first, and then eventually the Titanic, so you're not wrong about that, but But still, they're both laid down at the same time. But the Olympic was actually built first, and then Titanic. And there's obviously going to be a big difference between this ship. There is obviously going to be a big motherfucking difference. So, guys, I'm going to show you one picture real quick. I want you guys to take a guess on what this ship is. Alright, guys. I want you guys to take a guess on what this ship is. I'm going to cover... I'm trying to zoom in. Alright. What is this ship? Oplinic. It's Olympic, not Oplinic. Olympic, like the Olympics. That's the... They're both three the same. They're all three the same size. This ship is the same size as the Titanic and the Olympic, but its gross tonnage is actually larger. So, what is this ship, guys? It is the iconic Britannic, guys. Olympic sister ship and Titanic sister ship also. Because this is also the youngest. Just stop making those jokes right now. They're literally all the same size. Anyways, the Britannic, you can notice the difference by its paint color. Because just to let you know, this photo was taken during World War I. And also, she never got to be an ocean liner. When she was being constructed, apparently World War I happened, so she never gets to see her ocean liner days. No, like literally. She was launched in 1915, 14, I don't remember actually. Was it in 1915? Because... It was probably 1914 because the ship was under operation for almost a year. I mean, for like a year. Because just to let you know, guys, this ship also sank in November 21st of 1916. November 21st, 1916 is when the Britannic sank. So basically, the Olympic was all alone. There is no such thing as World War III. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill someone. Okay. Olympic never made it to World War II, by the way, guys. Olympic never made it to World War II. I just want to know. And now there is obviously going to be a difference between the Olympic and the Titanic. I mean, not Olympic and the Titanic. There is obviously a difference between the Britannic and the Titanic. But I don't want to go for the obvious difference. I'm actually going to go for like a difference that is kind of obvious, but it's kind of hard to see actually. So, other than the paint scheme, guys, listen carefully. Guys, you got to pay attention. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Other than the paint scheme, what is the difference between the Titanic and the Britannic? I said other than the paint scheme, guys. And I swear to God. I can't do this anymore. Other than the paint scheme, guys, what is the difference between the Titanic and the Britannic? Also, other than Titanic and I mean, other than the ocean liner and the hospital ship. I meant to say the build difference. They both weren't even built in the same year. Olympic and Titanic were built first, and the Britannic was built literally, nearly after Titanic sank. I don't remember actually. I think it was before Titanic sank. Before. I'm actually having some brain. I'm having some memory loss now. I'm having some brain loss. When was the Britannic constructed? Oh, yeah, it was constructed before. Yeah, it was constructed before Titanic's incident. So anyways, guys, other than the paint scheme and their other than their paint scheme and what they are, what is the difference between Titanic and Britannic? I got 19 mini sirens. It's not about mini sirens right now. It's about the differences between Titanic and Olympic. I haven't even seen the Britannic movie, and as of looks, it kind of looks bad. But whatever about that. What is the difference between the Titanic and Britannic other than their livery? Their paint, I'm talking about. What is the difference? Olympic has less. Titanic has more. Do you meant to say it's the other way around? Do you meant to say Olympic had more lifeboats and Titanic had less? And by the way, I'm not even showing the Olympic. Do you mean the other way around? You mean Olympic? I'm not even showing a picture of the Olympic. Whatever. What is the difference between the Titanic and the Britannic without their paint job? Other than their paint job, guys. Is it really taking you guys that long to figure out the difference? A build difference? Okay, fine, I'll show you. Britannic has these large gantry davits. Titanic doesn't. Because Britannic was learned from the Titanic disaster by not having enough lifeboats. So that's why Britannic has more lifeboats and also has these large gantry davits thanks to the Lusitania disaster too. Yeah, that's also true. The Britannic also has a different stern deck. Like, look, that little part right there. Like, this little part right there, that part. Titanic doesn't have that, as you could look. Britannic is not bigger. They're actually all the same size. The Britannic and the Titanic and the Olympic are actually all the same size, despite their gross tonnage classifying them as their actual size for some reason. Like, the gross tonnage for Titanic is larger than the Olympic, making Titanic so-called larger than the Olympic. I also forgot about that too. I'm talking... Well, the propellers are not easily seen because I'm only showing pictures. There's obviously a clear difference between Titanic and Olympic. Look, guys, I tricked some people by saying, what is this ship? And people have been saying it's the Titanic. Despite this one being the Titanic and this one being the Olympic. Oh, yeah. There's also one detail. Who believes... Oh, wait. Since some more people are joining in the stream right now, who believes in the Titanic Olympic switch theory? Who believes in that? Hey, the printer is done. Guys. You believe in that? You believe in that, Shrimp? You believe in that type of stuff? You believe in the Titanic Olympic switch theory? There is one image that I like to call. There is one image that, as I like to call it, kills the theory. Guys, there is one specific image that is what I like to call killed the theory. There is this one picture of the Titanic and the Olympic, which is the most iconic picture. Well, actually not iconic, but famous picture of the Titanic and Olympic. The picture I'm talking about is this famous picture of the two giant ocean liners. Titanic being constructed and the Olympic arriving. This is what I mean, it literally kills the theory, because you could literally see the Titanic being constructed right there and the Olympic literally arriving from its damage that it had. Just to let you know, guys, in context, I forgot what happened to the Olympic, but all I know is that the Titanic was moved to that side so that the Olympic could arrive on the other. So, basically, we're seeing the two giant ocean liners right here. And this is what I mean, it killed the theory. Like, look at Titanic's... Oh, wait, guys, I forgot to mention about the Titanic's bridge wings. Titanic's bridge wings are extended outward a little bit, while Olympic's isn't extended. I forgot to mention about the bridge wings. Olympic was so-called... You know, Olympic was the unsinkable sister of the Titanic and Britannic. Olympic should have been called unsinkable. You're not... Olympic should have been called unsinkable. Because Olympic literally had so many crashes, and yet she still survived. Surprising for an ocean liner, and also one of those crashes have earned her the nickname Old Reliable, which I love that. But anyways, back to what I was saying again of how this kills the theory. You could literally see the Olympic and the Titanic literally sitting next to each other. Right here in this picture. Right here, guys. This picture. Oh, guys. I'm also going to trick you on one piece of footage. I'm going to show you guys. Guys, there's also another... Guys, I'm going to trick you again. Unless if you're a boat nerd. Ocean liner nerd, whatever. I also have another way to trick you guys. Get ready for this. So. Who is that, guys? Who do you think that is? Oh, wait. I told you, I knew it, I would trick one of y'all. Because just to let you know, guys, even though it has open promenade decks, there's an extended bridge wing. And if I go back just a little bit, there's the extended bridge wing. And if I go back and look at the name, it says Titanic. This is the only footage of the Titanic during her construction. This was a time when her funnels were just added on, so they weren't even painted yet. And just to let you know, guys, the enclosed promenade deck was a last-minute thing on the Titanic, so it would be obvious of why she would have open promenade decks. So this is actually the Titanic, guys. So, that was the only footage of the Titanic. Yeah, no one really bothered. Just to let you know, there is actually footage of the Titanic being launched. But the footage was actually lost. Which sucks, actually. Would have been amazing if someone actually recovers footage of the Titanic being launched. That would be amazing, guys. So that we'll only not have one footage of Titanic, but two pieces of footage of Titanic. We would have this type of footage of her literally, well, in this type of stage in her life, and her being launched. Man, it's so weird for ships that barely have any footage. It's almost like Titanic and Angelina Lauro is sharing something common with each other. But the only thing is that Titanic is bigger than Angelina Lauro, though. But whatever then the difference between those two ships, both of their medias are actually weird. Because it's weird that there's a bunch of pictures of Titanic and a bunch of pictures of the Angelina Lauro, but there's only one footage from both, actually. Just one piece of footage from both. Which is very weird. It's so weird to think that this is the only footage of the Titanic. Man. Oh, look, there's her. Oh, right, I forgot. I forgot about the cafe that she had. I just love. If you guys want more. Okay, what is this? Thank you. Oh my god. Yo, guys. So, here's another thing that kills the Titanic Olympic theory. You could see the promenade decks from the Olympic and the Titanic. Olympic has open. Titanic has closed. And then here's literally the wreck of the Titanic. Closed. That's what makes me angry. Oh wait, I forgot. They could have just switched their names. Never mind. That's. But wait, guys. There is actually one picture that I found that actually shows, like, look at that. Look, other than the Olympic and Titanic's differences from the promenade deck, there is one little detail. That thing, the blue square right there, it's also Titanic's fan ventilator. So yeah, Titanic has this huge thing right here. Look. Titanic has this huge thing right here, while Olympic has a smaller thing right there. The last funnel from both ships are it's actually not a dummy. It's actually not a dummy though, actually. It did serve a purpose, though, but why necessarily call it a dummy? If it was a dummy, then it wouldn't serve no purpose then. So that's why I like to call the fourth funnel, like, not a dummy, because if it was a dummy, then it would serve no purpose, despite it actually having purpose for the only functioning fireplace, kitchen, Ventilating from the other engine. I forgot. So yeah, that's literally other things. Like, I still like this picture. Like, the fan ventilator is big on Titanic, as you could see. Big on Titanic, and there is one small thing on Olympic. So yeah, that's why I don't believe in that type of shit. That's why I don't believe in that type. I'm about to kill someone. Windows. Oh, wait! Oh, wait. That's also another detail. Guys, I just logged in a little bit more. Titanic's windows are a lot more thinner. Olympics is more square. I'm talking about the B deck. Olympics is a lot more square. Titanic's is a lot more thinner. And if we take a look at the wreck again, it's also thinner too. Thin windows. Uneven windows too. Titanic has uneven windows while Olympic kind of has even windows. But also, see, I love these pictures telling the difference between the Titanic and the Olympic. Photograph of the Titanic. Oh my god. And here we go with another mixed picture again. Saying that this one is Titanic and this one is Olympic, despite this one being the Titanic and this one being the Olympic. Because remember, Olympic has large windows. Titanic has thin ones. I'm about to hurt someone. What was the other thing I was about to say again? Oh, right. If the Titanic and Olympic switch theory were to happen, then the Olympic would have the closed promenade decks, and the Titanic would have open promenade decks. But it is clear that the Olympic never had closed promenade decks in 1911. She only had open promenade decks in 1911, and Titanic had closed promenade decks in 1912. So that also kills the switch theory. Because when there's a picture of the Olympic, when there's a picture of the Olympic in 1911, it literally clearly has open promenade decks. But also Titanic has closed promenade decks, so that also kills the theory too. I'm just so mad that people believe in that type of stuff. Whenever my friend told me that the Olympic was the one that sank and not the Titanic, I'm like, no, I don't believe in that. No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that other bullcrap. Because Olympic, if the switch theory were to happen, then the Olympic would have had the closed promenade decks in 1911, and the Titanic would have open promenade decks in 1912. And whenever the switch happened, by just switching the names, Olympic would have opened and Titanic would have closed. Which is clearly not true, because Olympic literally had open promenade decks in 1911 and Titanic had closed in 1912. That what makes me angry about the Titanic Olympic switch theory. I don't really like that theory. It just makes me angry. It makes me angry when someone brings it up. When someone brings it up, guys, it just makes me angry. I don't really like it. It's just bullcrap. Whoever believes in that, do some actual research. Whoever believes in that, do some actual research. And if you're like, nah, I don't want to do some research, I don't want to be a nerd like you. Well, then you're not going to get a job. So, yeah. So, yeah, I hate that switch theory. When someone brings it up, I'm going to tell them to get the hell out of here. I mean, when someone brings it up and they believe in that type of crap, I'm going to tell them to get the hell out of there. Because I'm going to be angry. Actually, I would just tell them to shut up. That's all I'm going to tell them. I'm just going to tell them to shut up about the Olympic Titanic switch theory. Because we know, us ship nerds, know that that is not true. So, yeah. I hate these type of theories. People believe in these type of theories despite it not. I've learned I known ships thanks to the Titanic. I known the Titanic in kindergarten. So pretty long damn time, guys. Oh, actually, you guys don't know. When I was in kindergarten, it was 2015 through 2016, guys. So almost about 9 to 10 years. Wow. Man, I'm getting old. Okay. So, yeah, that is literally the Titanic Olympic switch theory. Kind of killed. Actually, it's been killed. I hope people do some actual research. And don't... Guys, the internet is a cruel place. If you say some misinformation, people are going to believe in that type of stuff. And apparently it's going to start trending. And then, eventually, just going to ruin the history of what the actual thing is. Like, imagine someone has a theory that the Achille Lauro caught fire actually by arson. Like, MSC Cruises set the Achille Lauro on fire just to get some money. Just to collect some money. Just to let you know, guys, that is not an actual theory. I just made it up in my head. And I'm actually enraged by thinking of people saying that type of stuff. But I am so glad that the Achille Lauro actually never has that type of theory. So I am glad Achille Lauro barely has any theories. Because if the Achille Lauro actually has some theories, I'm gonna... Guys, I love the Achille Lauro, just to let you know. I almost know everything about the Achille Lauro. Almost everything. So if someone brings up a theory, a false theory, I'm gonna come to their house and blow it up. So yeah. I don't really like that theory. What kind of engine did the Lauro have? It had a diesel engine. It runs on diesel, not steam anymore. Two 8-cylinder Sulzer diesel engines. Oh yeah, I forgot. Achille Lauro has 2 propellers. 2 4-bladed propellers. Then why would you ask me that question then? Why would you ask me an obvious question? I so badly want to just pull up some paper and just write down everything I know about the Achille Lauro. Oh yeah, guys, the Achille Lauro was actually famous at one point. No joke. Actually, it was more infamous than famous. The Achille Lauro was infamous due to the October 7th, 1985 hijacking. That's what made the Achille Lauro infamous. Whenever Achille Lauro was brought up in whatever Achille Lauro was brought up in like whatever thing that you search it up, like Google, Safari, whatever, it's going to bring up the 1985 hijacking because that is the infamous thing of the Achille Lauro. What year did it start constructed and finish? My brain is about to go on. Oh my god, help. Achille Lauro was constructed in January 25th, 1935 and was completed in July 1st, 1949. It was launched in July 1st, 1946 and its maiden voyage was December 2nd, 1947. I am so sorry for me to be so nerdy right there. I am so sorry. I went all out too much. I went out too much. Sorry. I actually got nothing to do since there is a stream on Saturday. I don't really feel like playing Roblox, actually. We're actually doing anything. But I just wanted to bring up the... Well, did it split in half? I'm just joking. Whatever. What I was going to say again? Oh, right. What is the gross tonnage of the Achille Lauro, actually? I can't believe. 23,629 gross tons. Okay. Okay. Wow. I was about to get a heart attack. Estonia. Wait, Empress of Ireland? 14,000 tons? 14,000 tons? $570 feet. What? What? Isn't Achille Lauro not 200, 600 feet long? I forgot. Oh crap, completely forgot. Oh no. No, I forgot. I don't remember that. I wasn't even born when it came out. I wasn't even born when the Titanic submersible came out. That thing came out in the late 90s. I wasn't even born. But yeah, I do remember that submersible. It's amazing, but yet rare. How large is she? I completely forgot. 642 feet. Wow. I'm pretty sure every ocean liner nerd, ship nerd, knows about the Titanic submersible. Whoever is a ship nerd that doesn't know the Titanic submersible, you literally skipped ahead of time. So, this is 570? Wait, 570? Empress of Ireland was 570. Achilles was 642? Imagine Angelina Laurel's lighter than the Achilles Laurel. I'm going to be very surprised if it's actually... Phew. Okay. So... Angelina Laurel's heavier. Okay. Wait, what? So when they were both when the Angelina Laurel was originally the Urania and the Achilles Laurel originally as the Willem Rise, Achilles Laurel, as known as Willem Rise, was heavier than the Angelina Laurel Orania. So Orania, despite her being bigger than the Willem Rise, is somehow lighter than the Willem Rise. But then whenever the Orania became the Angelina Laurel, it became heavier. I am learning so much more. I'm learning more of the Achilles Laurel and Angelina Laurel now. Despite me loving more of the Achilles Laurel. Yeah, I know about that too. I know about the 3D model of the Titanic submersible model. I know about that too, so... Is it really... Dude, we learn every single day. Are you really calling me a nerd? I'm gonna be honest, I am kind of a nerd. I'm just saying, I know too much. Despite me having a small brain. Because I don't think right. Whenever someone brings up the Achilles Laurel, I know more of the Achilles Laurel than they know. So guys, I just want to say that if someone brings up the Achilles Laurel, I'm about to bring in a freaking lecture about the Achilles Laurel. Well, it depends on my mood, actually. If I'm actually going to do a lecture of the Achilles Laurel or not. Or a damn documentary. If someone brings up the Achilles Laurel, I'm probably going to do a documentary. I'm going to be like, yo, did somebody say Achilles Laurel? Well, about the Achilles Laurel, it was constructed and... yeah. Anyways, I'm bored. I'm gonna go to bed because I got school tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to bed. Do you mean I hear every door you open? Do you mean that? Do you mean I hear every door you open? Do you mean that? Okay, whatever. So, okay, so your face? I don't have to. I could, but I don't feel like it because I need to turn off the stream, by the way. I hear every door you open. Okay. Whatever, so I'm gonna go turn off the stream now, so... Is my clock broken? Did the battery blow up? No, the battery did not blow up. It was because it was disconnected. Yep. Oh my god, I gotta go change my clock now. I gotta go change the time of my clock now. Oh my god, hold on, guys. My clock is fucked up now. Go that way, go that way, go that way, go that way, go that way. I was wondering. Go that way, go that way, go that way, go that way, go that way. I was just wondering, guys. Alright, guys, so while I'm fixing my clock, actually, I'm just gonna say the usual thing I will say. Stay safe. If not, you're gonna get hurt. Have a good day, and bye. Hold on, guys. Before I end the stream, I gotta go fix this damn clock. It's 10. It just turned 10:10, right? You're at school? Oh, wow, you live somewhere else. You live in a different place in the world, because right now it's nighttime for me. Don't be late for eating practice. Okay. It just turned 11. Just kind of do it like there. Okay, got it. Fixed my clock. It's not morning for me, actually. It's nighttime. Because I live in a place called North America. Or actually, I live in a place called Kansas. Okay, anyways. Now I can finally end the stream. I'm just going to say the thing again. Stay safe. If not, you're going to get hurt. Have a good day and bye.